We're the pair. There's our theme song, by the way. Did you lay that down?
In life, there are those that say they'll do and those that actually do. When it comes to insurance, Keith, it's worth a closer look. Some don't offer unlimited not-at-fault car hire. But AAMI does. Just give us the other driver's details. Need help with a claim?
Hello, Keith.
Some don't have one dedicated home claims manager. But AAMI does. Free roadside assist for a year? Sorry, some don't. But AAMI does with the new AAMI Comprehensive Car Insurance Policy. Some cover your house and pool, but not if the motor burns out. Don't worry, AAMI does. Some don't even have an app to lodge a claim without having to chat. But I think you know who does. So, what's it going to be, Keith? Go with the doers. AAMI does. Sweet dreams, Keith.
Lucky you're with AAMI.
Sarge, think I got something.
Are you Gary?
Yeah, that's me.
You're paying way too much for your car insurance. What's the story?
I don't know, really. My parents are with them?
Your parents? Do they still do your washing for you as well?
Just the whites.
Time to take control, Gary. Probe a little deeper. If you switch to Budget Direct, you can save hundreds. Can't believe I said probe.
Money Magazine's 2020 Best of the Best winner, Budget Direct, insurance solved. From the files of Budget Direct.
Is that your dog?
It's the neighbour's dog. Will my insurance cover this?
Not looking good, I'm afraid.
Budget Direct would have provided you with temporary accommodation for up to a year while they repaired it.
Good dog.
Get temporary accommodation for up to a year. With Budget Direct, you've got insurance solved.
There we have it. There's the latest from Budget Direct and AAMI. Look, I'll kick this off. Let's look at Budget Direct to start with. Let's go UFO. UFO, I don't know how many times I've seen this. I would go probably at least a dozen. I always associated this ad with X-Files. I'm not sure why. There was always a disconnect for me between why is there a UFO, a man floating above a car, and what has this got to do with car insurance? And it never really dawned on me until I watched it several times for this particular episode. And it's like, oh, the car roof has actually been peeled back by the UFO. So there is actual car damage there. Is that
what? I did not see that. That is what I've been missing the whole time.
As a whole, it really misses the heart of the communication. Then you go to the dog, the lightsaber dog, which I loved for several different reasons. Like I loved it. It was so different. You haven't seen anything like it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're immediately pulled in. If you love dogs, it's a cute dog. It's already there. You know, you've kind of got these affable characters that you and it takes you on this story where you see the physical damage of the house, both inside and out. It pushes the extremities of what would happen, but you're still covered. And more to that, what was missed in the first one was just a promise. You know, you'll save with us, but there's no proof to back up a claim. Whereas this, if you're with us, yes, you're not only covered, but we'll give you accommodation for up to 12 months.
And until you told me that the car roof was pulled back, I even watched it a couple times for this. I still didn't see that. So if that's your point, you're totally missing it. But I get what they're doing. Okay, so because didn't you tell me they used to be Captain Risky, used to be their spokesman, but they're going to come in with the new Mulder and Scully. Cool, I get it. Problem, if you're going to have a trusted advisor, make that person likable. If you have an advisor that I don't like, I'm going to throw that straight onto your company and say, you guys must be dicks. And that guy in that first UFO ad, he's just a dick. You're an idiot. you're saving money. Psh, we're out of here. Done. You didn't help me. You didn't protect me. So now I think Budget Direct, you're just a bunch of assholes. And to be fair, that guy is still a dick in the second ad with the dog. I think they miscast that guy horribly because he is not likable. He's not charming. He's not affable. He's just mean. But what they did catch on to was, okay, we need an actual message here. We need to show damage to demonstrate that we are in the insurance game. This was the... This one does my head in. So I get it. Intellectually, I understand what they're doing. And I think intellectually, I like what they're doing. Moving into AAMI does as kind of a new tagline. It's always going to be hard to move into something new. They're doing a straight comparison. Over here, pain, here's your pleasure. Not going to get it, gonna get it. Problem is, this commercial, and I've been thinking this since the first time I saw it. So this has been out for a couple of weeks and I saw it on TV and I thought the same thing. You get so confused trying to figure out the situation that you stop listening to the narration right early in the piece, to the point where it takes about 30 seconds till you even understand what the hell is going on. Human beings, we cannot read words while listening to somebody speak at the same time, but we can look at images while listening to somebody speak. That's why most commercials work. That's true up to a point. Once an image becomes confusing, uncertain, unclear, or requires some sort of decoding, now I literally cannot listen to words because all the cognitive energy required to discern, to detect what's happening is going into that decoding. And then until I solve it, the words come, nothing's getting in word-wise. But God, just the way they did, the choices they made, having them sit in a cooler instead of a pool, confusing. I'm spending so much time just trying to sort out your joke that I'm missing your point. And that's not a good thing in an ad.
They've got several things in there that are very good. They've got 5 different stories, everything from car hire, claim deducted, roadside assist, house and pool. They've basically gone, here's our whole suite of products. So for me, the key takeaway wasn't so much that each of these scenarios, it was more about AAMI does, AAMI does, AAMI does, AAMI does. They say this 6 times throughout. Doesn't matter if it's car, house, whatever it is, AAMI does. AAMI's got it. And to the point where we had before with the proof points, in each of these, they had a proof point in terms of how they deliver. It's not just a promise, an empty claim that you can't back up. They've backed up all of them. I agree the footage on some of them is too complex and it's just a bit too clever, but they got across AAMI does. And you can kind of see this nearly feels like their new strategy or their new direction. It's how do we get away from AAMI does, but they're probably still a little bit attached to the change where they had, the previous AAMI ads were very much, here's a big crash and all the rest of it. And you've got a beautiful AAMI lady that comes along and saves the day. Whereas then they went to Ship Creek, that was playing very funny and they got a lot of leverage in it. But I think now they're trying to find this middle ground, and the middle ground, they probably need to lose trying to be a bit too cute with it and just hit that message because I think it's a good one.
Go back and watch that ad and look at how many extraneous words they add in that narration to the point where it's like, don't worry about the details. I'll ask you that later. So like when they're talking about the pool, they don't just say, oh, your pool shot, we'll cover you. They say, your pool is shot, but it's really because 2 motors went bad. Well, they'll cover you with most motors, but not the brown ones, but we'll cover you with the brown ones. Shut the heck up. Get to the point. They did it. There's another one. I think it's the 3rd one in. They said, we'll cover you under circumstance ABC. I'm like, this is not the point to give me the specifics, the details now. Your point at this moment is to keep it simple. Give me your message. They don't do this. We do. So who do you think did it better? Compare the pair. So take UFO off the counter. Let's just take new dog versus new AAMI. Which one's doing it better?
I'm Budget Direct.
Me too. I think they did it so much better.
I think this latest execution of Budget Direct was very, very, very good. They hit the key message, which is, doesn't matter what happens to your home, we've got you. And you can go into a replacement home for 12 months.
And we're nice. We're not going to make fun of you for getting in a wreck. We're going to help you after you've gotten into a wreck.
The hero, we will help you. Look, AAMI does. I still think it's not a bad creative by any stretch of the imagination. It's more about who's done it better. But yeah, on this particular compare the pair, Budget Direct gets the
They did it.
chocolates. No pun intended.